Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Beehive Sports Podcast, presented by Swing Juice. Visit swingjuice.com. Use promo code Beehive20 for 20% off your golf and MLB PA apparel. Full slate, including the kickoff of the fan rant tonight. Excuse me. So that's long anticipated, hard to plan, hard to get everybody in one place at one time. We got everybody but the Cowboys tonight, which Cowboys fans, they just talk shit anyways. Somebody made a comment on the Facebook post today and said, how'd they put it? They probably don't understand because they're still living in 1995 before podcasts were a thing. I can't remember who said that. Hagberg, maybe? I think it was Hagberg.
I know.
He's coming on tonight. Like he's repping the Eagles, so we'll find out. But tonight's show, we got a few things to go over in the buzz, and then, of course, local shout-outs like always. Buzzing and Buzzkill. Oh, what else do we got? A little more on Watson and a little more on Brittany Griner. Speaking of Brittany Griner, this week in sports history, it's actually not this week, it's just this week. What I'm talking about in sports history is Arrested in a Foreign Country edition. I thought it was clever.
I'm excited.
Sketty on, Blueberry member guest. And then things that sting, only 3 stories. We'll talk about the Dolphins tampering, Marquise Brown arrested, and Vin Scully, sadly, passing away. So We'll get to all that. Following that, fan rant, NFC East, AFC East. We got some people coming on. They're going to talk some shit. Let's go.
Welcome to the Beehive Sports Podcast. Here are your hosts, Joe and Sketty.
Opening buzz is brought to you by Busch Light. Busch Light Apple, still on the shelves for a limited time. They allege this is it. I did hear of people this past weekend who say they have some stockpiled. Like they're loading up their basement filled with Busch Light Apple. So there's some diehards out there.
But I talked to somebody.
Oh, go ahead.
Love the stuff. No, I said talk to somebody. I don't remember who it was. Maybe this weekend, but they were saying just absolutely love the stuff. They're sad to see it go. So get it now.
I don't hate it. It's a little too sweet for me to like sit back and drink a shitload of them, but I could have 1 or 2 and then, wash them down with some lattes. Yeah. Anyways, please drink responsibly. Always got to add that in there. Reminder to audio listeners, live shows broadcasted on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Give us a follow or a subscribe. We appreciate it. Or if you're a live listener and you don't listen to the entire show, but you want to, but you don't want to go back and watch the video, you can download just the audio, Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, several more. Just search it wherever you get your podcasts. You should be able to find it. If you can't, let me know because I could probably arrange for it to be set up on those. I haven't done all of them. Just kind of do them as I see them or people ask. So give us a follow on all our social medias, the Beehive Sports Podcast on Facebook and YouTube, on Twitter at the Beehive SP, on Instagram at Beehive Sports Pod. Variety. All different handles just to fuck with everybody. And that's probably why we have like 1,000 people here, 75 here, because they can't find us. It's not uniformed at all. Classic. So like we said, we got the fan rant kicking off tonight. Big night. So the next 4 shows in my hive will be fans. So we haven't hashed out the rules, so we should do that now because
that is true.
We haven't set those, and we should, before we get into the actual segment, we should probably know what the fuck we're doing. Now, playoffs, we did it like playoffs. We did it like playoffs.
Yeah. Settle down, Jim Mora.
We did it like court, didn't we?
Yeah. It was kind of like a debate more.
Yeah,
get your
so we're
minute,
gonna,
and then you kind of
and I
get the
think we're gonna do
rebuttal.
that. We'll do it similar to that, but I think we just go around the horn, let everybody talk, no interruptions, let them say their piece, give them a minute, minute and a half, whatever, to come unglued, and then let everybody have a rebuttal to each person, or however, I don't care, however we want to do it. But here's what I was thinking. Last year when we did this and it was all over the phone, if you've been listening a long time, you will remember this. There were people called in, so there was no debate. It wasn't until the playoffs, which at that point we were doing live shows, that you could, see the person and interact with who you were talking to. Last year preseason, it was just everybody went, and then we let people vote on the Facebook page for who's the winner. So what I think is going to happen, because we're not going to do a vote, there isn't going to be like a clear, concise winner. It's just going to be some shit talking fun. But the idea I think we should go with is who's going to win the division. So we're talking within the division, not we're winning the Super Bowl, but now you have the people across from you in your division to argue with about why your team's going to win the division. So I think that's where that should be target, right?
Yep, I like it.
Okay, and then, I mean, I guess technically who will ultimately be the winner is who we'll have on in January come playoff time.
Yeah.
So nobody has any control over it. It's just literally if their team won and they talked a bunch of shit, they get to come back on and talk more shit.
Yep, I like that.
Okay. Anything else that you can think of? Any other rules or whatever?
I don't know. What are we gonna do? Bring the whole division in at once and give each of them like maybe couple minutes to do their little rant, and then we can let the other three just tear them apart.
Yes.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, I think that is the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do, AFC East first. So everybody will be in the bullpen, as we like to call it. And we'll pull the first four, which will be the AFC East, and then we'll pull the three. And maybe I think it'd be harder for you to defend the Cowboys because they're an NFC team. So maybe I'll rep the Cowboys. I can rep the Cowboys. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. I don't like them. But I'll rep them just so we have an even playing field, and that. So, all right, get on to Blueberry member guest. I want to hear about your weekend, not the Sketty on version, but just tell me how it went play wise. How'd you do? Who won? I believe we have a shout out in order.
Yeah. Well, we lit it up day one. Actually, I played with Craig Bennett, and we, played with Joe Nelson and Kyle Wilson, and they actually shot 13 under, and we shot 12 under. I think they were giving back 6. We were giving back 5. So we were both tied for the lead going into day 2. Hard. I think they were getting 2 shots between them. Me and Craig were getting 5 shots between us. Day 2, we just absolutely got shit stomped. Actually, my little brother shot the round of his life, 78, getting 16 blows. And I said, there's no way. I said, these guys, they got no chance to win. They were so freaking drunk they could barely stand up. And sure enough, Sunday they come through with the 64 and won the whole thing. So my little brother, Andrew Honorati, and Austin Schwanke won the whole damn thing. Walked away with a good chunk of change. And
Austin, a.k.a. Beehive Sports Podcast model.
Yes, our model. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep, he's a model.
Yeah, they walked away. It was the most – I don't even know how to describe it. There's no fist pumping. There's no high-fiving. Like, I just don't think either of them realized they won. We watch them come up because they're in the last group. And, like, the other guys they're playing with who were, I think, one ahead of them at the time, they're hugging and high-fiving. I said, oh, man, they must have got their asses kicked. They come up. I said, so how much did you beat them by? They go, oh, no, your brother kicked our ass. I said, what the hell happened then? Why are they in the cart just look like someone ran their dog over? And I said, you guys win? And both Andrew and Austin both just, I don't know, did we? Jeez. So anyway, good for them. They played well. Tough to beat Strokes. But yeah, it was a great time. Good tournament. Only had one little rain delay on Friday for about an hour, but got it all in, and it was excellent.
Well, that's good. Yeah, I've never played in that member guest. I think I saw Casey Moyer Saturday night at the Elks, not piled up.
He was not piled up all weekend, and had I known that, would have bought his team because they won a little bit of money. I think they won their flight.
Well, he told me when I saw him Saturday that they were like tied for first or in first in their flight or whatever.
Yeah. They ended up winning it.
You're playing member guest right now and you're not piled up. He said no. He made an oath to Whitey that he would not get piled and show up. So I was proud of him. I was actually really proud of him. We have some comments to get to real quick. CJ's representing the Jets tonight. He said the rules sound awful. He had the Bills winning the division. Ron says he'll rep the Cowboys. What? You probably rep the Packers. How can you rep a team who you probably hate? I mean, it's an NFC foe. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's bailing on the Packers.
Get out before the train wreck this year. I like it, Ron. I like it.
All right. Real quick, just one reminder. It's baseball week. I've been practicing. I got blisters, 2 of them from the old wooden bats. Haven't swung a bat, obviously, in a few years because I had retired from softball, but hitting baseballs has been a lot of fun. I like it, and I'm really excited for this game. So if you're able to, Thursday, 6:30 p.m. up in Jamestown, Dietrich Park. We were going to live broadcast it, but Sketty is a just shitty golfer and needs practice, so he can't make it because he has to go. Yeah, he has to go practice for the steeplechase, which he's going to get his ass kicked in anyway. And whatever.
I only have two. I always have one goal in that tournament that I don't let too many people know about. Now I have 2 goals in that tournament that I don't let too many people know about. And I've accomplished it every year, last 2 years. So I got to keep it going this year. There's certain people I can't lose to.
That's
certain people I can't lose to. That's Sunday at 12:30.
Okay. So you better have some big news for us on next Monday's show. Because if you go up there and you skipped out on a cool little breakaway show, then I'm going to kick your ass probably. Fair?
Fair. Totally agree.
So anyways, the charity game, outs for Ollie. We're playing I thought it was 9 innings. Somebody said 7. I think we should play 9, but whatever. Playing a baseball game against Jamestown Old Timers. Again, Thursday, 6:30, Dietrich Park in Jamestown. It's going to be a blast, and it's for a great cause. If you're able to, come on out and show your support. Let's see. So I do have a handful of local shout-outs here. Starting out, this is the one I've been waiting for this local shout-out for about 3 weeks, maybe a month now. Tim and Ashley Swanson's daughter, Taylor, neighbor Taylor, as I refer to her because she calls me neighbor Joe, has successfully made the team, the Erie Frost. She's playing I believe it's 9U. I could be wrong on that, but I'm going to go with 9U. Travel softball. So Taylor started out just practicing with them, and she was going up each week to Waterford, practicing and having, trying to get better. She started getting a hitting coach, and she has just shown so much dedication to this sport already at her young age. And it's been really fun to watch. Tim fills me in on everything all the time, and it's just cool. So I'm super proud of Taylor. Funny side note about Taylor. So Tim and Ashley put my cell phone number programmed into her phone in case she ever has an emergency and can't get a hold of them. I'm next door. So Taylor gets my number, and they didn't give me hers. So I remember it was I think it was the draft night, honestly. NFL draft first round night, and I get Go Bills gift sent to my phone from a number I don't have. And I just was I didn't write back because I was I don't know, but they know who I am, it's fine. Didn't write back. Well, then the next day, Tim's dude, Taylor's pissed at you. I was why? Well, you never responded to her text. I was that was her. I didn't know that. So I responded, Well, then fast forward a month. It's middle of May. on a Saturday. I think I was golfing with Timmy at Jackson Valley, and I just looked down at my phone, and it's just a text message, "Go Bills," out of nowhere. So she's killing it at softball, hard work, Bills fan. She's being raised right. As Tim says, the Swansons are champions. I can't disagree. But yeah, so super proud of her. It's really cool. So good luck, Taylor. She had a travel tournament this past weekend in Ohio, and they did awesome. They finished second. She did really well at the plate and in the field. So I'm just happy for her because she was like nervous, as a young kid, even she was just had the butterflies a little bit, but she overcame it all. Now she's settling in. So it's cool. Next up, Miracle Field. Did you hear about this?
Miracle Field? Oh, maybe a little bit.
City of Warren Parks and Recreation Commission approved a motion to recommend the approval of Miracle Field to City Council. The recommendation was made by a group dedicated to improving the local Little League Challenger division. So it's, kids who they have their own division so that they're still able to play and everything. Is pretty awesome. I didn't even know they did that, to be honest with you. I had no idea. And I think that that's really cool. And they're getting a field that will be better suited to their needs. Jeremy Wyman, who's a buddy of mine, Thud, I've known him a long time. Good dude. He's been on the board for Little League, president for most of that time, for I think 10 years, it said in Your Daily Local article. But he said his goal has always been to grow the league. So in 2017, they had 434 kids. And I was always a person saying that Little League's kind of dying. And I think travel ball kind of had something to do with that. But this year it was up to 653. So a huge jump in the 5-year window. So that's cool. I hope that keeps happening because it's still important, even though travel ball seems to be the route a lot of people are taking. Little League still definitely serves its purpose. So good stuff. They think it's going to be Musiani Field, which is down at Betts, west end of the runway there. Oh, this one I've been waiting to. This is good. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
A hole-in-one on a par 4 for your boy, Matt Johnson. Okay, so he's from the Gold Tees on number 14.
Yeah, it is from the Golds.
292. So here's my question to you, Sketty. He has his hat on sideways, which you hate. He hits a hole-in-one, which you say is overrated. So what's your take on this? This is an
exception to the rule. This is an exception to the rule because it's a par 4. Yeah, so that's not just another eagle. That serves an albatross, and that's something special right there. So that one you can get excited about. I couldn't gauge because of the way he was tilted with the hat. I couldn't gauge how much swing fluid he had in him on this one. So I don't know. How much.
So you said with this guy, the more swing fluid, the more sideways the hat goes?
Yeah, hat just starts going. Yeah. Start of the day, it's just a little crooked. End of the day, it's damn near sideways. Sometimes.
See, that's weird because Devin says on Sundays, because those would be like, I stay home all day. I drink basically the whole time while I'm watching football. And she says my hat starts to like rise on my head to where it's not even on at one point. It's just setting on top of my head. So that's how she tells how many, like, what my beer situation is like. Yeah, she knows. So I give it away. So I feel that with Matt Johnson. I have that in common with him. Yeah. It's just his goes sideways, mine goes up.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. But impressive feat.
No, it really is.
He's had a hell of
a bomb
for him.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, because he won one member guest, right?
Yep.
Wins member guest, gets an albatross hole-in-one on a par 4. Yeah, I don't even know that kid, but
I think he played friends with best round of his life in that. Oh yeah.
You're friends with him,
around with me in Hoisington and he's good people.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah. He's good people. I promise.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he is. I'm just busting your balls, not his.
I know.
This one, if anybody knows Chris Bunk, I know that he's on our Facebook page. He likes some stuff. I think it's him. But if anybody knows this kid, have him get a hold of me. And here's why. So I like to read on Your Daily Local the player profiles.
Yep.
So I was reading Chris Bunk's because I'm like, familiar name too. Because I've seen him on the podcast page, like and post. He doesn't comment. At least I think it's him. It could be his dad because I think they have the same name. Could be wrong. But anyways, in his player profile, Ike Football and Hoops is what he plays. His interview, I felt like he took like every answer I would have given, he gave. It's almost to a T. So listen to this. Hates soccer. If he could have some food, it'd be pizza. Likes video games. Sports figure he would meet, John Daly. Favorite sport and one thing he could change, football and overtime rules. Hello, Josh Allen. Ideal vacation spot, a beach surrounded by golf courses.
I like this kid. I don't know him, but I like him.
Did we just become best friends? Chris Bunk?
No kidding.
We did.
No
so
kidding.
If anybody knows Chris Bunk, you have him listen to this, and then you tell him to get a hold of me because we got to hook him up with some podcast swag. Because that interview, I was just every question, each question I read, I'm like, what the hell is going on? These are all my answers.
He nailed it.
He did nailed it. He nailed that interview. So Chris Bunk, get a hold of us. I got stuff. We'll get you something. Definitely some golf towels, if nothing else, because he obviously likes to golf.
Yeah.
The thing about John Daly is he would hang out with John Daly and ask him how to fix his drive, which I don't know if John Daly would be the best person to get advice for that from because he just swings literally out of his shoes. But
I
would love to hang out with that dude because I think it would be a really, really good time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there'd be some booze consumed. Last thing in local shout outs, Big 30. Pennsylvania beats New York 27-13. I'm sure that broke the Times Observer's heart a little bit, don't you think?
Oh, I'm surprised they published the article.
I didn't even know if they did.
Like the back of the. Oh, I have no idea. I'd assume it'd be like back of.
New York plays great, but suffers tough loss. That would be their headline.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Eat it. So
yeah.
PA takes the series lead for the first time ever. It's 23-22-3 is the record now. So 23 wins for PA. And this is on the heels of a 6-game unbeaten streak because in 2019 it ended in a 27-27 tie. So
I think Green's kid had a strip sack. Did I read that?
I didn't see. So in the article I read, I didn't get too much of the highlight information, except for I know the quarterback was the starting quarterback for PA, threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for 1. So I know he had a pretty solid game, but I think he was from Otto Eldred, maybe.
I don't know what kid just graduated, which one it was, but I'm pretty sure I read strip sack. Yeah.
Justice.
I can't remember. Justice just graduated. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he had a strip, it said. The article I saw.
He's a long kid. I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
So congrats, PA. Times Observer, our apologies. Maybe next year, you'll get to put a trophy on the front page again.
I do have one. I have one local shout out.
Oh, give it.
Austin Stoddard won the club championship this weekend by 4.
So
couple guys were tied.
I didn't see. I saw an article about that, but I thought it was the Cancer Society one.
That it was a Cancer Society, which he also won. So good week for him.
Yeah.
2 championships in 5 days. That was worded goofy in the paper.
It was
because it said men's championship. Yeah, that was Cancer Society.
Classic,
that's not
classic
your fault.
Times Observer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back to how they suck. Yeah.
Yeah. Bad headline, but yeah, I guess. I think he was tied for the lead going into Sunday. I think there were 4 76s, and Nick Jambrone was 77. And then Stoddard must have played really well. Shot, I think his total was 146. The next closest guy was 150. So won it by 4.
Who took
had a heck of a week. I don't remember now. I can't remember if it was Casey. I think there might have been 2 guys tied at 150.
Okay.
So good. Of course, must have been playing a little bit easier.
Is that his first? That's not his first.
No, that's his second in 3 years.
Oh, good for him.
Yep.
Would have been 3 for 3. Didn't he kind of blow it last year?
Yeah, he was tight, and then I can't remember how Janak ended up beating him, but Andrew Janak won it last year.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, correct. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah, good for Austin. I'll see him this week, so I'll give him a pat on the ass. All right, Buzz and Buzzkill. What's got you buzzing?
What are we starting with? Buzz. I was just happy to make the steeplechase. I've been playing some bad golf. I think probably the soft cap on my handicap helped me get in, but I was 14th of 15th guys, or 14 of 15 guys selected. So just happy I'm going to sneak in and hopefully beat some people and, make it 3 or 4 holes in. And just a fun event. I love playing in it. Kind of nice to play in something with a little bit of pressure on you. So yeah, I'm excited for that this weekend.
I did not get invited to the steeplechase.
You only got to lose about what are you now?
16.
16. So if you lose about 13 strokes, you're there. You're in.
Probably won't ever be making that one, but hey, you never know.
You can dream.
If I hit the lottery and can retire and just golf every day, I probably could.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That would get me there. What's got me buzzing? NFL for appealing Watson's suspension. Well done. Now, give him the year that he deserves. We'll get to that in a minute because that's actually next up is the Watson suspension. Sketty, what's killing your buzz?
Old age, man. Once again, I think I said this last time I played the member guest. I cannot hang anymore. Friday, we didn't hit it too hard Friday. Saturday, only had a couple beers. Yesterday, I made the little brother buy me a couple drinks because he had all that money in his pocket. But man, I'm telling you, I am feeling it today. 3 days in the sun, drinking, golfing. I'm still worn out. It's 8 o'clock. I've done nothing all day long. Went to work for about an hour and a half and had to go get my truck because I drank responsibly yesterday. Well, I don't know if I drank responsibly, but I got home safely. That's what matters. Got a ride home. Had to go back up and get the truck. So just I was feeling it all day. We had to go up and get the truck, and yeah, I can't hang anymore. Not like I used to. It used to be nothing.
Well, I will agree that you were a pile of shit today because I thought you were dead. I couldn't even get a hold of you.
Yeah,
I was getting ready to send the boys over for a welfare check, and then you finally text back in the Colosimo group text. So I was like, okay, he's alive, so that's good. Yeah, I was pretty sure you were
up there.
I thought you were dead.
Well, there's like next to no service up at Blueberry too, so like you're just out of touch for X amount of days. So
that's
and then
cool,
by the time I would get home,
that.
Oh, it was awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, there's enough that like you can be in certain spots, you can get a text out or a text in. So like if you need a ride or something like that, you can get through it. But when you're on the course, there's nothing. You're just, whatever, in the zone, listening to your music, doing whatever.
My goal is to get good enough that people start inviting me to member guests.
No, you don't. You're perfect right now. Don't get any better. You need the strokes. That's what you need.
Take those strokes. Yeah, because I can outshoot that handicap.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why it's dropping. But I'm proud of that. I told you I'm okay with it for the time being till I start not out shooting it. And I'm like, what's killing my buzz? The NFL. Because now they have the refs. They have the refs. It came out today. The refs are going to be targeting illegal contact because of a big drop in calls last year. So you know what that's going to mean for at least the first 3-4 weeks before it evens back out. I think Munch said that a long time ago, and I agreed with him on that. Like, they get in a tizzy about something, and then it kind of like smooths out. So hopefully that's what happens, because there's illegal contact on every play. And if they start calling that every play, the NFL is going to once again make itself unwatchable, and people are going to be mad. I'll still watch it.
Yep.
I'll just bitch that it's unwatchable while I'm watching
exactly.
it. Yeah. I mean, that's where I'm at. But yeah, so that's my buzzkill for the week. All right, let's roll into this. We do have a comment to get to. Scotty, gotta have them strokes. Yeah, you do.
Congrats to Scott too. He took money home on Sunday again somehow after he bitched to me Friday and Saturday because they couldn't make a putt. Him and the partner get hot on Saturday, and I don't remember what they won. Shootout in their plate, I think. TJ Saxman.
I'm offended that I was not asked to be his partner.
This is 2 years in a row. They won money on Sunday. You're not getting an invite next year.
That's true. Yeah, they keep winning money. They ain't gonna. Yeah, I need them to go on the decline for a few years before I can become a replacement. All right, let's get into Deshaun. So the NFL appeals, which everybody kind of anticipated, I think, right? Former New Jersey Attorney General Peter C. Harvey is now has the necessary paperwork to issue a ruling. The NFL said Friday there's no timeline for Harvey to issue a ruling. The policy says the appeal will be processed on an expedited basis. So I think it's going to be sooner than later because they, despite what I'm going to get to, the NFL seemingly behind the scenes being upset with the Browns, which I'll get to that, like I said, here in a second. They still, I'm sure, want to give them time to sort out what their situation is going to be because, there was talks about the Garoppolo deal possibly happening. And I know I just saw that the Niners said that they're in no rush. They don't really care. So I guess if
there's no reason to be. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Sure. So the NFL is seeking an indefinite suspension of at least 1 year and a fine around $8 million. A person familiar with the filing told the Associated Press. In 2017, Harvey was one of 4 members on an expert panel who reviewed the league's domestic violence investigation into Cowboys running back Ezekiel Elliott, who was suspended 6 games for violating the conduct policy. So this is what just came out literally right before the show. NFL owners are apparently real upset with Cleveland and the way they structured Watson's contract. The quote that I read said it doesn't sit well with the NFL or the other 31 owners that the Browns set up Deshaun Watson's contract so that his suspension would cost him a small fraction of his 2022 compensation, which we've said that from the beginning because if you look at the contract breakdown, he's making like $1 million this year or something stupid.
Yeah.
So they literally I'm sure that was part of the wooing to get him there was, hey, we'll set you up. So when they say, hey, this percent of your contract, you're not paying anything. So I think that's why the NFL has a number in mind rather than a percentage for the fine. That would be my guess anyways, right?
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
So any thoughts on the appeal or anything going with that?
I mean, I think they had to do this. Even if they can almost come out and just keep it at 6 games now, but at least looks like they were trying to do something. Now, if Goodell's smart, he's going to appoint someone and not do it himself. I really think that something needed to be done. Like the judge said, this is unprecedented. You have to do something. I know the bylaws only say 6 games is the appropriate suspension, but it just wasn't the right suspension. Just saves a little face for the league, I guess, and like you said, there was no fine involved. Now they can kind of maybe change that, get some money from them, we'll see what happens, but had to be done. Like the move by the NFL, hopefully he gets what he deserves.
So Ron's in the comments says Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, we're aware of Brissett, but I don't think 6 games short. If it's a full season, I don't know that that's the route they want to take, which is why they're holding off on the Garoppolo thing because they were discussing that. But I think it became put on pause because 6 games was what everybody thought was going to be it. Which I don't know why they thought the NFL wasn't going to appeal that. I mean, it seemed to be the growing sense of what was going to happen all the way through. So, I mean, maybe by next episode, we'll be able to have a final deal on that, but I don't know. So Watson's worked his way out of the things that sting and into the buzz. And along with him, Griner's done that too. So Griner sentenced to 9 years. It's insane. Like this whole thing's insane. But now apparently they're going to be getting into the trade talks, which it's funny because everybody who I've seen who is pissed off Griner is in a Russian prison also is like, but we probably shouldn't give them the Merchant of Death back in a trade.
Agreed. Yep.
Because that's probably going to end up killing Americans, I would think.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The whole situation is just so goofy because there are people out there that think she should be in prison because she broke the laws, and I get what they're saying, but right now with everything going on, we need to get her home, but at what price? She still did break the laws. Her excuse was kind of BS. Hopefully something can be worked out to get her home. I know we're both on the get Brittany home boat, but you can't trade her for a war criminal like that. Like, that's just
right.
It's insane. It's insane. If that's what
Especially
you're
when
do.
There's other people detained that their names ain't even being brought up in anything. So it's like,
oh yeah. Well, I think I saw Joe Rogan just said something about, we're, up in a tizzy about her being locked up. There's people in this country that have been locked up for pot for, much longer than 9 years, and nobody's throwing a shit fit about that, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I guess it's another one that we'll just probably know more in the near future. I would think they'd get moving on that now that it's done, is when they're able to discuss what they say without fanfare, which America already blew that like the first day. Just literally announced to the press what they were talking about doing, which is why they're getting all sorts of backlash. But all right, that's going to be it for the buzz. You don't have anything else, Buzz, do you?
We're going to touch on just the Live PGA. I didn't follow it enough, but
I didn't either. I just know that there's PGA or Live golfers filed a lawsuit against the PGA, but I didn't read enough about it to really say too much.
Yeah, it's something we'll have to look into, but I know the PGA just came out today and are trying to get I can't remember what the hell you call it. They're basically trying to, what the hell do they call it? I can't think of the word. Because they filed the lawsuit, the players would be allowed to play. They're trying to get it filed so that they can't play. They're taking their tour cards.
Countersuing?
So yeah, I don't know if it's countersued or what the injunction, whatever the hell the word is.
Okay.
But yeah, there's some back and forth going on now between, I guess, technically the players and the PGA.
All right. Well, we'll have to just research that a little bit and get into it. Maybe next week we'll touch on that a little bit more. So we're going to take a quick break. The Buzz is brought to you by Busch Light. Busch Light Apple is back on the shelves. Get it wherever you purchase your adult beverages. Please drink responsibly. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back with This Week in Sports History.
Whenever you crack open a Busch Light, the mountain starts singing.
Busch. It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you.
What is going on?
Hit it, Giant Kenny G.
So smooth.
Head for the mountains of Busch Light Beer.
Hi, this is Brian Hagberg, and I wanted to take a moment and tell you about our new website, yourdailylocal.com. Your Daily Local is your new home for news, sports, and events in Warren County and beyond. Our goal is to cover the people, places, events, and happenings that matter to you in a variety of ways, including writing, video, and audio. And the best part? All of our content is available for free. Head to yourdailylocal.com to get the news you need when you need it.
Let's take a look back at this week in sports history.
This Week in Sports History brought to you by Your Daily Local. Visit yourdailylocal.com for the news you need when you need it. Arrested in a Foreign Country edition.
Can't wait.
November 2017. There's only one. I mean, there's probably more. I just found one. I thought it was an interesting one. Comparison based. November 2017, 3 UCLA basketball players arrested in China. LiAngelo Ball, or being one of them, would have been the biggest name, I suppose. Cody Riley and Jalen Hill. They were arrested while their team was in the city of, Hangzhou? Hangzhou, we'll call it.
All right.
Hangzhou. I don't know. They're in China. ahead of the squad's season opener in Shanghai. They were questioned on suspicion of stealing sunglasses from a Louis Vuitton store near their hotel. They stayed in China as their team returned to the United States after defeating Georgia Tech. Just so happened that their trip to China was the same time that then President Donald Trump was in China, and reports surfaced immediately that he took action along with the State Department, reached out to the president of China, and asked for help. This was per Larry Scott, the Pac-12 commissioner, who released a statement because they were almost immediately released. They weren't even there. The team flew back, I think it said on a Sunday. They were back on Tuesday. So 2 days later, and they were like detained to their hotel, I think. They weren't allowed to leave the country.
Yeah.
But they weren't in jail. But a conviction of grand larceny in China could have resulted in years in prison also. So it turns out if your country's leadership takes swift action quickly, not 2 months or 3 months later after the wife of the detainee's pleading out along with a bunch of everybody else in the country, if swift action's taken, possibly something could be done. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but the way it seemed to me is, business was handled and they got home.
I, for one, could personally say that 9 years in prison is worth never having to read another mean tweet, Bees. Totally worth it. Brittany Griner's fine. She'll be okay. At least we don't have to read mean tweets anymore.
That's true. I like the mean tweet segment that they do for the NFL players, but I know exactly what you mean. Feelings are important. So, all right, that's it for this week in sports history. We're buzzing through stuff now because we're getting to the fan rant here coming up in a couple segments. This week in sports history brought to you by Your Daily Local. Visit Your Daily Local for the news you need when you need it. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Sketty on.
Hey there, everyone. This is Phil with JP Photography. I know. A photography ad on a sports show? I get it. You're here for sports talk and listening to Joe and Sketty's insane rambling.
Wait, what?
But bear with me for a few. I just want to tell you that JP Photography not only offers wedding photography, but also does events, engagements, headshots, family photos, and even some product photography. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Just search for JP Photography or go directly to our website at johnphilphotography.com. That's JONPHIL photography.com.
He's absolute trash.
Sketty on. Let's have a listen to what Sketty's on this week.
0% chance that works.
This week's Sketty On is brought to you by Complete Roofing Systems. The best the business has to offer, matched with the best prices. For your free estimate, find them at crsroofingteam.com.
What do you got for us? Oh, hold on. Banner. Do you even need music? Because you're not angry this week, are you?
No, I'm not angry at all. Don't need the music. No.
Okay, no angry music.
Different one.
Boring.
Yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, sorry, everyone. No, I just wanted to thank Blueberry and Gary McCullough for putting on the best tournament this county has. Every year, he puts this thing on. It's a lot of work. It's 3 days. It's the most fun tournament in the county. It runs super smooth. They feed you before and after and during all of your rounds. The golf course, the maintenance guys do a fantastic job. The greens at Blueberry during member guest weekend, best greens you're going to putt in the county. They don't run quite as quick as Conwango maybe, but the things are just absolutely manicured to perfection. They do roll really, really nice. They're still quick. Fantastic job. And again, Gary kind of pours his heart and soul into this thing, and he's kind of the difference, I think. He just does it awesome. Everyone has a great time. Everyone loves it. It's just, Blueberry just does an awesome job. And I think that, it needs to be noted that something that good goes on up there. Tell everyone, if you're a member, you should be playing. If you're not a member, you should find a member and try and get into this thing because it's just the most fun you're going to have around here.
Well, Niswanger didn't ask me to play, so that's why I wasn't there. Whatever.
Well,
chopped liver over here with my 16 strokes. busting out. What I shoot in Cancer Society? Still lost, but what did I shoot? 65? 66?
Yeah, I don't remember.
66, 87.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, I mean
21 at that place.
I'm telling you, if the day comes when you leave Conowongo, Blueberry's where you want to get a membership, because that's to play member guest. It's worth it. There was a couple years ago we considered buying a membership when Craig was at the country club. We considered buying one just so we could play in the member guest up there. I mean, it's just that much fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to look into that because my exit from Conowongo is about a year and a half away, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, just everything, the format, the side games that are going on. It's unparalleled. Like I said, best in the county. Full field. I think they had 58 teams, something like that.
Beer tastes good.
Beer tastes excellent up there. Beer tastes excellent.
I'm in.
And there's the other one. Great, always a great gift. I think this year they gave us big cart towels with your names on them. So, I got a Mike Honorati Blueberry 2022 towel.
Wow.
Like $20 in shop credit, and then you get like 3 drink tickets, I think it was.
That's cool.
So, it's just that's for walking in the door. It's an excellent tournament. They do a great job. Just wanted to shout them out again.
Won't be long. I'll be up there.
Yep.
That all you got?
That's all I got.
Wrap us up.
Close it out.
Yep.
All right. Once again, Sketty On this week brought to you by Complete Roofing Systems. The best the business has to offer, matched with the best prices. For your free estimate, go to crsroofingteam.com.
All right. Take a quick break. We'll back. We only got 3 stories and things that stink, so we're going to cruise through that, and we're going to be right into the fan rant. See you in a minute.
Jones Pest Control, your hometown pest control company servicing residential and commercial properties in Warren and surrounding areas since 2015. Sean and his crew will work tirelessly to keep your home or business free of insects to rodents and everything in between. Contact Jones Pest Control at 814-230-9548 and set up an appointment today. And remember, ants, spiders, bees, or mice, don't think twice. Call Jones Pest Control, 814-230-9548.
Checkout means sales and services with 2 locations on Warren's east side. Their garage at 800 Lexington Avenue not only services cars sold by Means, but has knowledgeable staff and modern state-of-the-art equipment waiting to serve their hometown of Warren. Whatever you need, including alignments, tires, brakes, yearly or enhanced PA inspections, oil changes, and much more. Make your appointment today at 814-723-7191, extension 2.
It's now time for the things that sting. The worst stories in sports, according to Joe.
This week's Things That Sting, powered by Jones Pest Control. Ants, spiders, bees, or mice, don't think twice. Call Jones Pest Control at 814-230-9548. 3 stories. This is my favorite one. Miami Dolphins certified cheaters. Stripped of their 2023 first-round pick and 2024 third. Owner suspended till October 17th and fined $1.5 million. They also had their vice chair fined $500,000, and he's not allowed to talk to the team anymore or something ridiculous. I don't know. So basically, what happened? Because this is what you said you weren't too in tune on. You didn't really see the deets on this.
Got a little bit. Yeah, I got a little bit of details, not anything real in depth.
Okay, so in 2019, Miami had contact with Tom Brady, which he had been under contract with New England still. In 21, they talked to Brady again about becoming a team executive limited partner / player. That was where the owner player thing came into the mix. That's while he's still a Tampa Bay Buck.
Yep.
Can't do that. They also spoke with Sean Payton's agent without consent from the Saints. And it was found that Brian Flores's claim that they were going to pay him to tank, that didn't come to fruition at all. They said there's no evidence of that at all. So, which I think a lot of people probably thought anyways, because that was when the claims were coming out that he was just pissed off at the world saying shit. So here's the fact that you're going to like, because I know you're a huge Tom Brady guy.
I did see this one.
Okay.
I know where you're going with this, and I loved it. 3
instances where a team in NFL history, where a team was forced to forfeit their first round pick. 2008 Patriots Spygate, 2015 Patriots Deflategate, 2022 Dolphins for tampering with Brady. So all 3 of the times this has occurred, Brady's been involved.
That's your GOAT, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine thinking that.
How do you feel about that?
It's typical. Brady's a cheater. I mean, I guess at least the Patriots got Super Bowls out of it. The Dolphins didn't even have him under contract. They got really hosed. He should be forced to go play there to win him a Super Bowl. That's what he should do. You can't retire until you win one. I want to see 60-year-old Brady out there just getting his legs snapped in half.
With the Dolphins.
Yeah, with the Dolphins. Yep.
This was
can't leave.
This had like some Cleveland Browns-esque to it, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here's a question, kind of off the Brady thing, though. Didn't they say somewhere in there that the Dolphins, they weren't going to pay Flores to throw games, but they did come out basically and tell him that their draft pick was the most important thing to him?
I didn't see that, but that's possible.
I thought I saw something, but again, I didn't, because I remember reading it. I said, "Wait, you're telling me that they didn't want to tank games, but they came out and said our draft pick is the most important thing to this season? How does that make sense?" So,
is that the one where they
got to research that? Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
good. Yeah,
good work.
Good work. So yeah. That's what's going on with the Dolphins tampering. If anybody didn't know, there's not going to be anything to follow up on that. I don't think there's any appeal or anything like that going on. Hollywood Brown. Hooked.
I did not see this.
Yes, he's got arrested for criminal speeding. Arizona Department of Safety spokesman Bart Graves confirmed Brown was arrested at 7:05 a.m. in North Phoenix and booked into Maricopa County Jail. The definition of criminal speeding in Arizona is exceeding 85 miles an hour or exceeding the posted speed limit by 20 miles an hour or exceeding 35 miles an hour approaching a school zone. Brown was clocked at 126 miles per hour. He faces up to 30 days in jail, up to a $500 fine, and 3 points on his license. So not so bad. If I were in this situation with Marquise Brown, what I would do is try and flip him as an informant to go back to the Ravens and figure out how they committed highway robbery by trading him for a first-round pick. That's what I would do. Wire him up, send him into the GM's office, figure some shit out, because Arizona just keeps, like, they're just a glutton for they like being the victim of crime because they were victimized by the Ravens, now victimized by Kyler Murray in that contract. Even though you know what I'm saying.
They got to get Cliff Kingsbury out of there. That's what needs to happen.
I don't know what's going on.
I think that's all. I'm going to hope that that's most of the problem anyway. Maybe it's not, but yeah, get Kingsbury out of there.
I just feel bad. They need to get like some PFA information or something and start filing for those things. Things are not looking good, Arizona. Sorry for you. Last but not least, Vin Scully passes away at 94 years old. The legendary broadcaster called several huge moments and notably 67 seasons with the Dodgers, including time when they were in Brooklyn.
That's crazy. I did not know that part.
But yeah, he started with them in like 1950.
That's wild.
The only person I think I saw that had more time with that organization was Tommy Lasorda, I think it said. I could be wrong on that, but I thought it said Lasorda had 2 more seasons with the team than Vin Scully did. Isn't that wild?
That's insane, yeah.
So he retired in 2016. What's crazy, so I'm trying to think back, my memories of Vin Scully, and I know for a fact that the first time I heard of Vin Scully was on PlayStation playing MLB 2002 because he was play-by-play. And that was my introduction to Vin Scully, really.
Right.
I mean, as a 17-year-old or however I was, but I think I was 17 then, 17 or 18. But yeah, it was a sad day, but 94 is a hell of a run, and especially considering he worked up until he was 88.
Right.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's a hell of a life. Yep.
That's what I mean. That was his job. That's a cool ass job. So
yeah, and that's how you know you love what you do.
Yeah, absolutely love what you do.
Yeah, exactly. Just get to go watch baseball. Yeah.
Call the game, and he was a character. So sad day, but hell of a run for Vin Scully. He will be missed. That's all I got for the things that sting this week.
Yeah.
There's people on good behavior. Of course, 2 of our sting stories are in the buzz now, so maybe that had something to do with it. But all right, this edition of the Things That Sting, powered by Jones Pest Control and spiders, bees, or mice. Don't think twice. Call Jones Pest Control at 814-230-9548. That's 814-230-9548. We're going to put up the in-between segment break video, try and get everybody in here, and kick off the fan rant. We'll be right back. Blue Line Auto, located at 1606 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren, is locally owned and operated and is a family-run business specializing in vehicle sales and service. They offer state and safety inspections and general car repairs, including but not limited to brakes and rotors, tires, oil changes, batteries, starters, and alternators. They also offer vehicle undercoating prior to winter to help keep your vehicle protected. Currently, their hours are Monday through Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Thursday and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call them today to schedule your next appointment at 814-230-9061. Your safety is their goal.
Hi, this is Ryan Klein, the host of the new pop culture podcast, Me, Myself, and Rye. You can find me on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and several other platforms. Special guests, breakaway shows, bonus episodes, cold beers, and a whole lot more. So what are you guys and gals waiting for? Subscribe now to the Me, Myself, and Rye podcast on Spotify or wherever it is that you get your shows and start listening today.
My High, Joe and Sketty's very own world of sports.
My Hive and the 2022 NFL Fan Rants presented by Blue Line Auto. For all your automotive needs, call Blue Line Auto, 814-230-9061, or stop in at 1606 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. Here's what we're going to do. I got all the NFC East guys in here because we're waiting on an AFC East guy, so we're going to start with them. Does that make sense for everybody, right? Can everybody hear us? Phil? Mic check?
Yep.
Brian?
We're good.
Andy?
Yep.
Little guy in the corner?
I'm here.
All right. So everybody's good. So I don't know if you heard the beginning of the show, but here's what the only thing we're changing, because I'm pretty sure all three of you did the phone call fan rant last year. Is that true?
Yes.
Awesome. So last year it was why they're going to win the Super Bowl. But now that you're staring in the faces of your division foes, it's going to be, why is your team going to win the NFC East? So we're just going to go around the horn. We're going to give everybody a chance to say their piece. And well, here's what I think we'll do. We'll have one person go, and then the other two guys, you can just full on attack them. And then we'll have the next person go. And then this, and I'm representing the Cowboys. I got a little helmet. Do you see it down there? Little tiny little helmet. So, because I have to be a Cowboys fan for this segment, apparently, which I'm not going to lie, it's pretty torturous. If I had to pick an NFC East team, they would be the last one I'd pick. Like if I was going to be a fan of a team. Yeah, right. So, okay. Andy, New York Football Giants. Let's go. We'll give you. We'll say everybody gets a minute and a half to do their thing. Go ahead.
I mean, really, if you think about it, there's only three teams in the NFC East. Do the Commanders even really count? I mean, does anybody know who they are? Why the Giants win the NFC East? Take a page out of Joe's book, the Buffalo Bills. Brian Dable coming over, new offense, 2 first-round picks. I don't know if you saw the video on Twitter of Evan Neal just absolutely driving dudes to the ground already as a rookie. Thibodeau on the other side is just going to destroy people in the backfield. We're getting a healthy Saquon Barkley back. And, still not out of the woods yet there, Skitty. We'll take Jimmy G for you, and we'll just throw him right in the mix. I know I like to hate on Skitty, but one thing I do know, Jimmy G's a winner. And we'll take him. We'll throw the ball around. Galladay, our terrible decision 2 years ago looks good this offseason into training camp. And, I mean, really, we only got to fight it out, in my opinion, with the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, like I said, the Commanders don't exist, and the Cowboys, every year they're going to win the NFC East and win the Super Bowl. And when does that happen? Their star is their rating, 1 star. So we got one battle, and it's with the boys in green.
All right, Brian, rebuttal to the Giants winning anything?
Well, okay, let's start with Evan Neal and Thibodeau. Yeah, they're lighting guys up, but who are those guys they're lighting up again? Oh, that's right. The Giants defensive lineman. Okay, yeah. So really, what are they lighting up? A whole lot of nothing. Saquon Barkley, hey, he's my guy. I'm a Penn State guy. But when was the last time he stayed healthy? Never. Okay, so let's just take that off the table. And come on. You're going to throw an offense out there with Daniel Jones at quarterback and think you're going to win this division? Get out of here, man.
Phil?
Well, first of all, never forget where I came from. All right, let's get that out of the way first. All right, but I had to rep my guy, 17. That's the reason we're going to win the division. And basically, the one thing we have going for us is whoever you think is going to win the division, they end up coming in last. Whoever you don't think is going to win, they ended up taking it away. I think it's been like 20 years since there's been a repeat winner. So it's going to be the Commanders this year. Last year we got robbed of Fitzmagic. Now, unfortunately, I have to root for Carson Wentz. That's my QB1. So, but I think we're actually going to have a pretty decent offense. We got some good receivers. Your Nittany Lion, Jahan Dotson, he's going to be a beast for us. So I think we're actually going to be able to score some points this year. So, and Dallas isn't going to do much. We got Danny Dimes up there in New York or New Jersey. They don't even have their state right. Coming here talking about who are even all the Commanders. All right. And then Philly, I'm not gonna lie, Philly's got a little bit of swagger to them, but I think we can take them. We gave him a good fight with Heineke, but Carson Wentz is going to lead us. Carson Wentz is going to take us to the promised land, baby. Just keep on saying it. Just keep on saying it.
Phil, did you see my post? I know you don't get on Facebook too much. You're an Instagram guy.
No.
But I put a post on the Facebook podcast page today where Sweat was chasing Wentz on a play in practice and began yelling to him to get rid of the ball, and he still didn't and ran out of bounds. So
yeah, well, see, what that shows me is that we have great team chemistry, and everyone's out there trying to get everyone better from the minute they step across that practice field line.
You are the only human who could find a positive in that entire interaction. So, man, I'll tell you what, if I'm ever having a bad day, I'm giving you a call.
Yeah, you better, dude. I got you.
Brian, go on about the Eagles for us.
Well, about the Eagles. All right, Eagles are winning the division. I got 3 words for you. A.J. Brown. Going to come in and light it up. Finally, Jalen Hurts is going to have somebody where he doesn't have to try to throw a ball into. He can throw it across the middle. A.J. Brown going to take care of the rest. And I don't know how this happened. I'll be the first to admit it threw me for a loop. But our boy Howie Roseman nailed the draft this year. I mean, you got Jordan Davis coming in. You got Nakobe Dean coming in. They're already making a bunch of noise. One of the Eagles beat writers of Jordan Davis said he's the biggest human being he's ever seen in his life. And he's just going to eat up the middle. So, Saquon may try to run through or Antonio Gibson, but they're going to run into a whole lot of man and Jordan Davis right in the middle of that Eagles D-line, which is the one thing they were missing last year. And now they've got it right up the middle, defensive or nose tackle and Jordan Davis, middle linebacker, Nakobe Dean, paired with that secondary and Darius Slay. Jalen Hurts running the offense. You got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Miles Sanders, Kenny Gainwell going to take care of the rock when they need to, and that's all we need to win this division.
Any rebuttal from the Giants fan?
I mean, that's if A.J. Brown can stop tweeting about the Titans still. Maybe he can actually do something on the field.
Yeah. I love it.
I mean, he might be out there during halftime tweeting about the Titans.
He likely will. That's been my gripe about A.J. Brown just about every week on this show because that's all he does is cry about the Titans still. It was a bad breakup. The Titans kept his hoodie. He's upset, and it's what it comes. I hope that he can focus and realize that he's playing for a different team now because otherwise he's going to be about as helpful as Hopkins has been down in Arizona, which hasn't been great.
I hope A.J. Brown has 2,000 yards this year. I really do. I'm rooting for him real hard.
I do not.
I do not. So I have to pretend to be a Cowboys fan for a minute. So I'm going to say The reason the Dallas Cowboys can win this division, and it actually doesn't really come down to anybody. Their offense is typically sufficient enough if Dak can stay healthy. Zeke is kind of at the point in his career where it's like, hey, you got to get moving or get on. But why I think the Dallas Cowboys could win the NFC East comes down to the most dynamic player on defense in the NFL, and that's Micah Parsons. The guy is in that. What? Say something, Sketty.
Let's see what he does this year, bud. One year. 1 year. You're out there.
You line that guy up anywhere. He doesn't. He does not care. He is a football player. So
thanks, John.
We'll find out. We'll find out. What happened against San Francisco? What did he do? Did he even play in that game? Don't think so.
Oh, it's if he can stay healthy. I mean, let's talk about Cowboys linebackers. Sean Lee, Van Der Esch. They can't finish the season. Micah Parsons is the next.
Penn State guys.
He might come
out. He's fine. I don't know why I'm feeling attacked right now, and I don't even like the Cowboys. This is weird.
That's what happens when you put on the star, man. You become
I know. Let me get this out of here.
Everyone hates you.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see the Cowboys do anything.
Yeah, seriously, I hope they're terrible. I really any of you guys three, and I'd say that if a Cowboys fan was here, any of your three teams wins that division, it would make me happier than the Cowboys winning it. So,
and plus we got the new swag. Check out these jerseys, dude. This is
those aren't bad. Those actually aren't bad. I'm not a fan of the name so much, but
the name is terrible. But
those do look kind of sweet though. But I'm happy that you. Well, I mean, so a lot of people wouldn't know, but Phil and I are related through marriage, and we've had long NFL talks. And of course, specifically, we've had several talks about the name change and how he felt about it and how the consensus is down in that area, and why they didn't choose the Red Hogs still upsets me. Because I felt like that paid homage to the Hogs, the kind of side nickname that they had.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And, the one of the main Hogs, Joe Jacoby, got shafted again for the Hall of Fame. That's a sore subject for us folks down here. But they have a fight song. There was a Redskins band back in the day. So they've changed just a couple words. I don't know if you've seen it floating around on social media, but it's the same tune with just a few tweaks, and it's going to be a shit show during the Skins games because they play it after every touchdown. So you might only hear it once a game, but everyone's going to be cheering and doing that's where the phrase "Hail to the Redskins" comes from. It comes from that fight song. And,
HTTR.
Yeah, they just changed like 2 words in it, and it's a mess.
All right, we're going to go around once more. Andy, give you 30 seconds to talk Giants and then 30 seconds to talk smack.
I mean, the New York Football Giants are just going to continue the tradition. If my other shirt wasn't dirty, I would have worn it. It says 18 wins and 1 giant loss. We're going to have a repeat of that season again this year. It's probably not going to be the Patriots, but we'll take down whoever we have to. Without the Giants, Tom Brady'd have 8 rings by now.
Too many. Too many.
On the hate
He's
side,
got 8 already, doesn't he?
I mean, Phil just said, about playing a fight song versus, when they score a touchdown. I was going to ask, do they play it when Wentz throws a pick six every couple of throws, or until you even said his name, I couldn't name a player on that team.
Okay, all right, get out of here.
The Cowboys. If I hear one more expert talk about how the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl, and then they're in the same drought as, are they higher or lower than the Bills and not having won a Super Bowl? I mean, I know it's been a long time for them.
This is the NFC East we're talking about here.
Well, we're just they're in that category.
About to get muted.
And again, I'll stay on record. The Eagles will be the one to beat. We'll see.
All right, Phil, minute to talk them up and a minute to talk everybody else down.
Okay, yeah.
Or 30 seconds, whatever. Just go.
We got Chase Young. He's going to come back with a vengeance. He had a little bit of a down year, but he's ready to unleash on the whole NFL. Everyone's been talking down on his name. He's a generational type guy, just like Parsons over there, and he's going to be a beast. They finally have a little bit of swagger going on offense. We got Terry McLaurin. We got Carson Wentz, baby. We can't lose with him. You know, he's a proven winner. Okay, I think we all know that as we're sitting here, and it's just going to come down to the fact that, you know, none of the teams are great in this division. It's just going to be a matter of who sucks less, and I'm going to put my chips on the table with Ron Rivera and Carson Wentz. Let's go, baby.
Riverboat Ron. All right, Brian, wrap it up. NFC East.
All right. I mean, let's be honest here. Is there another team in this division right now that's more balanced on both sides of the ball than the Eagles are? I mean, the only knock you can put on Jalen Hurts is he doesn't throw a great deep ball. Well, now they've got him 2 receivers, so you don't need to throw a great deep ball. And even if he has to, he can go up top to Quez Watkins once in a while and keep the defense honest. I mean, look, the Giants, I think it's appropriate that Andy's sitting there in the sling, right? Because that's basically the Giants season right now. Everybody's going to get hurt. And my man, Carson Wentz is something. I don't think winner's the word I would choose to describe him. He is definitely something. And Joe, you hit the nail on the head, man. Every year since 1995 is going to be the Cowboys' year, and every year it hasn't. This is the Eagles' year to take this division. I don't think there's any question about it.
All right, boys. Hey, one of you will return. I mean, maybe 2 if there's a wild card out of the NFC East. So we might have to retire. I might fall out of my chair and be done for. But one of you guys, at least one of you guys, will be back for the playoff edition. I think, Brian, did you wrap them in the playoff edition too? Oh no, we had Philly guy. Remember
that was Philly guy. No offense,
Philly
Brian,
guy.
but Philly guy really brought it. He really brought it.
Do you remember that? Did you watch Philly guy, Brian?
I saw bits and pieces of it, yeah.
Dude, that guy was out of control. It was awesome.
He was pure Philly. He was pure Philly.
One of the coolest things I've ever witnessed in my life. He was like,
I thought he was going to have a stroke.
I thought he was going to die. He was literally screaming at this like kid who looked like he was about 16, who was representing the Bucks. It was one of the best things I've ever experienced in my life. So I don't know. That'd be cool if we can get him back. I don't even remember his name though. I got to find him. He was crazy. Nope. Maybe we'll just get him on mid-season just for the hell of it. But all right, hey boys, thanks for coming on. Appreciate all of you taking the time and coming on and helping keep this thing afloat. We love all of you, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I'm gonna slide them out, and I think we have all 4 in here now. Does it look like it or no? Oh, there's Hunter with Bill Suck Classic. I don't see Brian.
He wasn't here.
He was in here. I know. I don't know where he ended up going. So, all right, we got and CJ add to stream. Okay. Where did Brian go? Nobody knows. Let me see if he sent me a message or anything. Possible. Nope. Let me send him one then and see if he's having some issues maybe. How you boys doing tonight? Thanks for coming on.
Good.
Pretty good.
I was hoping we were going to have a full division here because I'm not representing the Patriots. I can tell you that right now.
You know, he's back. He's back.
Oh wait, the Patriots is here. It's
the Dolphins.
Also, who I'm not going. Okay, you got him in.
He was
Hello.
there. He is.
All right, Brian, you hear us? Mic check. Mic check, Brian.
Can
you
anybody
there?
hear me?
Yeah, we all can.
Good.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us at all? How did he know to respond? He can't hear us. Turn your volume up. Yeah, I don't know.
Technical difficulties.
What
a shock.
We'll get to him. Yeah, probably some tampering issues going on with his internet.
He disappeared faster than the Dolphins' playoff chances this year.
Tampering cost him his audio.
It did. All right. So you guys were in the bullpen listening to how the first round went. We're going to just go through it like that. If Brian gets back in here, then I'll just add him into the mix. There he is again. So let's try this one more time. Brian, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, man.
Perfect. All right. So, like I was saying, you saw how the NFC East went. That's how we're going to do this one, too. We're going to go around the horn, let everybody say their piece. Some people can take some shots at them after they see their piece, and then we'll move on to the next team, and then I'll just let you guys kind of do your thing. So, Hunter, we'll start with you. What did they win? They've won back-to-back. Oh, wait, no, that's the Bills who won back-to-back AFC East championships. My fault. So, Josh, we're going to start with you. Let's go on about how the Bills are going to win this division this year. I can't hear him. Can anybody hear him?
A little low.
Barely.
Oh, Josh.
Barely?
There you go.
All right, I just got to get closer, so don't mind my face being right there.
Face looks great, Josh.
Yeah, right. So Bills are going to win the division, and I'm going to go as far as to say the Super Bowl because I think we're kind of at the point where it's Super Bowl or bust for us. Really not worried about the Jets at all. The only thing they're going to be good at this year is probably banging moms. The Dolphins, they had a good draft. I don't see them being a contender with us. Yeah, they got Tyreek and he's talking all that shit on the Bills receivers and everything else, but I think he forgets he has Tua slinging the ball, so that's mediocre at best. Have fun catching check down routes. And the Patriots, it's a Bill Belichick team. I just don't think Mac Jones is the answer for them. And I was at the playoff game where we scored on every single offensive possession. So, that's pretty reassuring. But moving to the side of talking about the guys we got in our locker room with our offense, Josh Allen is just a genetic freak. Even, being used to him now for 4 years, it just still blows my mind just how big and athletic that dude is. Stephon runs the receiver room. Gabe Davis filled out a ton. Really like James Cook running the ball. I think he's a really good dual threat. And I like, as far as defense, I like Kyrie Elam. I think he's super physical for a corner, which is good to have with Trey still being out. I think Von Miller being there is super helpful. He's one of those guys that just makes a locker room, but a defense better altogether. And it's been nice to see him kind of bringing some of the younger guys along, helping develop Greg Russo. And even the third side of the ball, as far as special teams, I can't even tell you the dude's fucking name. He's from San Diego State, but they call him Punt God. So in the rare event that we have to punt, we got a guy named Punt God. So,
useful.
I think it is. What's that?
That's useful.
It is useful. Yeah. Having Punt God isn't a bad thing to have.
It's not.
And I think another big thing is just our schedule. Our schedule is a little bit harder this year than it was last year. And it's especially harder at the beginning half of the season, which I think is going to pay dividends for us later on because we tend to start slow sometimes.
All right, Hunter, take some shots at him.
Let's hear it.
You're not
I
taking
learned my lesson last year. Dog was a 56-7. I'm good. I'm good. No shots here, bud. You got it. You got it.
CJ, don't let me down.
Well, I mean, it's obvious, like Josh said. I mean, it's Super Bowl or bust, but I mean, I just think Zach Wilson is going to put the fear in Josh Allen's eyes. Too worried about his mom. Start throwing some picks, and that could be it for them.
The Jets quietly had a good offseason, though. And a lot of people I don't think are really paying attention to that because of Zach Wilson. They are paying attention to it because the cool shit Zach Wilson's doing off the field. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't believe that the Jets are like a lock to finish last in that division. I don't think so.
Pretty close, though.
Well, they might be third, but I'm saying I don't think they're going to be as bad as they thought. What?
You guys need to go to the school of shit talking. How you just going to let him stand up here plays a fucking kindergarten schedule, and you're going to say, okay, sure, they might win the division. Then someone will beat them in the first round of the playoffs. Talk a little shit for us here, guys. I know Josh Allen's scary, but come on.
Brian's back in the room.
That's scary.
As long as Brian, oh, never mind. He just keeps getting kicked off. I don't know what's going on there, but he just keeps getting booted. Because I was pretty confident that he was going to come in here and talk some shit because he told me the other day, Tua's got a chip on his shoulder, and this is his season to take strides forward.
He might have a chip in his shoulder, but not on it.
That chip on his shoulder might make him 5'6".
What's he got? Fucking 10-yard accuracy?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, let's hear it. We're going to bring him in. Brian, can
Sorry,
you stay?
dude. I don't know what's up with this shit.
All right. Well, talk some
throwing the ball.
Your Wi-Fi is as good as your team, bud. Good job.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that, won't we?
All right, let's hear it, Brian. Why is Miami going to win that division?
Tua. That's why Miami's going to win that division. Y'all can laugh all you want. Get your popcorn out. Tyreek has ended the Bills season 2 years in a row. What makes you think it ain't going to be 3? He got the most accurate quarterback in the NFL now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. He had
110 yards.
I'm happy you showed up. I'm happy you showed up. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I just believe that that offense with Mike McDaniels is going to be totally different than what they had with Flores. Tua is another year removed from an injury. I think he's got his track team that he had at Alabama. I think that's what he needs because he's not the guy that's going to throw it on an out, on a dime, But when you watch any of those fans taking highlights on social media, he is dropping dimes everywhere to everybody. He's got confidence. He's got the coach in his corner.
Is he there? Did we lose him? Might have lost audio.
Yep.
Can anybody else hear me?
See, he went rambling about Tua, and the Wi-Fi kicked off again. See?
Yeah.
All right. Hunter, he's probably he's fixing his stuff up. Let's hear what you got to say about Miami.
It's fucking Miami. What is there to say? They embarrass themselves every year. Like, I don't got to talk shit on them. They talk shit on themselves their play. Tua is going to lead them to a Super Bowl and win a division? My ass.
But you think that bag of milk up in New England is going to do it for you? Huh?
Motherfucker, I'll take my bag of milk over that broken hip granddaddy son of a bitch any day of the week.
I feel like when you come on and you acquire a Boston accent before you get on and talk shit.
No, I don't. I swear to God, I don't. I just got out of the shower from work. I'm just chilling. I just don't want to talk shit on Buffalo. That's the only time I'm not talking shit on tonight. I learned my lesson last year. Fuck the Jets. Fuck the Dolphins. Nothing against the Bills. Nothing. No negative. No negativity.
Josh,
other than I hope Zach Wilson fucks the shit out of Josh Allen's mom. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. That's it.
He may.
He might. Then the Jets might be living in that head for life. But if not,
that's in his wheelhouse.
It is.
So, Josh, talk to me about Miami.
What was his name? Brian? Brian? Yeah, Brian can shit in one hand and hope in the other and let me know which one fills up faster. That's Tua.
He wears it every day.
Yeah, Tua is not the one to be slinging that ball. It's not. I think he forgets that, Tyreek ended the Bills season 2 years in a row. He also had Patrick Mahomes throwing the football to him, and Tua's a far cry. Yeah, it does.
And like 7 other weapons on the field.
Yeah, and you have Travis Kelce and Hartman, and there's literally I don't even know their whole receiving card. They got Mike Gesicki, I guess. He's decent as far as tight end go. What's that?
They got Waddle. I think Waddle and him paired together are good. I just don't think if you gave them Mahomes or Allen or Herbert or somebody in that neighborhood, maybe Sketty's hoping like a Trey Lance eventually. I think that those two paired up as receivers could be stupid dangerous. I just don't think with Tua it's going to come to fruition because I don't know.
You got to be able to throw an accurate deep
over
ball.
the O-line.
CJ.
Yes.
Talk some shit on somebody. Anybody.
Well, I mean, you're talking about the Dolphins, like you said. He said he's the most accurate quarterback. 10-yard passes. The guy can't throw the ball over 20 yards. He can't stay on the field. I mean, it's just, I mean, you got Tyreek Hill. I mean, I get it. If it's the Bills, you're on a 15-yard slant, you make it into 40 yards. I get it. But it ain't going to be like that this year. I just don't think Tua is going to stay on the field. And I think that's what they're banking on, for him to be, I don't know, the next Tom Brady. And it just ain't going to happen. The guy can never stay on the field. Like Josh said, they just choke. They choke all the time. They're, you know what I mean? They're always supposed to be, you know, right up against with the Patriots or the Bills and stuff like that, and they can just never get the job done. So I don't think they're doing anything this year.
Sketty, the Dolphins have a similar streak like the Rams Niners did there for a while. They've lost six straight to Buffalo.
They have lost a lot to Buffalo recently, but I think everyone's like overlooking. Everyone keeps talking about Tyreek Hill. You know, that backfield got significantly better. I like, you know, Mostert stays healthy. The Bills might give up fucking 600 yards to him. He's so fucking fast.
Sketty doesn't believe that defensive lines can ever improve in an offseason, by the way. Just in case you're just tuning in.
I do believe that defensive lines can improve over an offseason. But I've been hearing that the Bills' defensive line is going to get better over an offseason for about 6 years now. So maybe this is it.
6 years?
Year.
What are you talking about? What are you even
I mean,
talking
let's
about?
be realistic. The Bills did lose a game last year where the quarterback threw 3 passes.
Thank you, Hunter. Thank you.
Let's consider the circumstances here.
Yeah,
your tough arm jerk off fucking quarterback can't throw in the wind. Okay, there's the circumstances.
The wind was hardly blowing that game.
Exactly. I mean,
light breeze.
It's a swift gust.
I mean, shit.
Go ahead, Josh.
No, I was gonna say. I mean, I was at the playoff game, and it was pretty windy there, and -7 out, and I don't know. We seem to have done just fine. We figured it out.
It worked out a lot better that game.
It worked out a lot better. Josh Allen couldn't throw the ball away without scoring a touchdown.
That's actually true. Yeah, he did that at the very first drive.
The very first touchdown, Dawson Knox
tried to throw it away, and Dawson Knox caught it. It's fantastic.
So it was a bad throw. That's what you're telling me.
You're making him sound like Lamar Jackson at this point. Let me throw it up. Dawson Knox is somewhere over there. Fucking Lamar.
Mark Andrews is somewhere over there.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is somewhere down there. Fuck it.
So
let's not get started on that running back, though. I don't want to talk about him.
Back to the Dolphins, because nobody's here to defend them. If you read their fan sites, the reason this is what a lot of people are chalking up as why the Dolphins fans. This is why Dolphins fans are chalking up that this is the season that Tua takes a step. It's because he got Tyreek, and their comparison is Josh Allen did not grow until he got Stephon Diggs. Now, I think Josh Allen's growth and the arrival of Diggs was coming at the same time because he was pretty good the full season. It wasn't just because of one guy. He spread the ball out. He ran less. He ran smarter when he did run.
He made passes look good to Zay Jones.
Right.
And nobody's fucking heard of him since he left Buffalo.
No.
I'm not. I know it's supposed to be shit talking, but let's be realistic here. The comparison is like night and day. Josh Allen progressively got better through his career. Tua is just ass.
Tua's just progressively got to stay in the full game and not get benched for the closer Ryan Fitzpatrick to come in.
Right. I mean, shit.
Here's a question. Here's a question for all of you that are hating on the Dolphins. Who's the Dolphins head coach now?
Some idiot from the 49ers.
Exactly. Nobody fucking knows because they're that bad.
Mike, the little hipster from the 49ers. How many deep balls do you ever see the 49ers throw?
They
None.
can't.
0.
You're right.
And neither can Tua. Neither can Tua.
Then why do you sign Tyreek Hill if you do not plan on going deep? Because that is literally his cup of tea.
Deep with him or Waddle, and then the other one runs underneath, pulls the safeties up. Chunk plays. That's all you got to do. Get it to him 5 yards and let him do the work. That's what that offense is going to be this year. People
I
are
agree
going
with
to
I have a hard time believing you're going to beat a ton of teams just running underneath routes the whole time, though.
Okay, if Tom Brady played in Miami,
Super Bowl.
If Tom Brady was playing in Miami, then sure, you have an argument there. He's the king of dump offs and taking what you give. Tua's just going to scramble and throw a fucking interception and look like Jimmy Garoppolo did like last season when he just fucking said, hey, somebody's over there. Fuck who catches it. Like, it's going to be bad. Tua's ass. He's bad. He hasn't developed. His field vision hasn't gotten any better. His football IQ has not improved. He's looked the same average ass college quarterback every year. He doesn't take a step forward, and it doesn't matter what they bring around him. I mean, I don't want to hear about head coaches or nothing. I mean, every quarterback that's got drafted out of college the last 3 years that has been a starter has progressively gotten better. I mean, fuck, Davis Mills and the shit show in Houston got better last year as the season progressed, and I think had better numbers than Tua did with a shitty team and fucking massage issues and all kinds of shit.
Hey, don't
they
don't knock Mills Mafia.
I like the kid. I think if you get a good team around him, he could be something special. Him and his 6 foot fucking neck looks like a giraffe.
Yeah, he does have a giant neck. Does have a giant neck. All right, Scotty, you were saying something about an NFC Championship game.
I said, yeah, he looked like shit in a championship game, which no one in this room has seen in 2 years. I guess the Bills got lucky and got there a couple years ago.
I got lucky now.
No, okay.
Yeah, got lucky. Well, the way Allen looked in that game, I'd say there's a whole lot of luck involved in getting there. He took a step last year, but didn't make it. Wasn't enough. Hard to stay on top in the NFL. The Dolphins, I wouldn't count them out just yet. Although, like Josh said, the Bills do play basically a preseason just garbage schedule again. I think they've got maybe 3 tough games this year instead of 4.
Ooh.
No, their first half of their schedule this year is pretty tough.
Who do they play?
It's
the Rams.
They got.
Go ahead. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say
the Rams, the Packers, who God only knows what they're gonna be like.
I was gonna say Devontae Adams-less Packers with nobody to throw the fucking ball to. Good luck, A-Rod.
The Chiefs that we don't know what they're gonna look like.
I think the Chiefs are going to be terrible without Tyreek Hill. There's nobody to take the attention on the field.
The schedule could potentially be easier than last year.
How?
I still think that first half of our season.
Show me the tough teams. Show me the tough games.
Rams, Titans. You're sitting here blowing the Dolphins. They play them twice. Ravens, Steelers, which I told you right now, Steelers are going to be better than everybody thinks. Yeah, the Steelers are going to be better. That defense will be number 1 in the NFL.
I agree with that.
Take it to the bank.
0% chance. 0% chance. Maybe because the Browns are going to have to roll out Jacoby Brissett twice. Maybe they'll get a little help there.
Okay,
number 1 defense in the
Chiefs,
NFL.
Packers, Vikings, Browns. Which you said Browns. If Deshaun's back, they're going to be the best team in the NFC. You said the Lions. Did you see the quote Dan Campbell had the other day? That they will tread water, and then that Dan Campbell said that the Lions are going to tread water and then fucking bury you. That's what he said. So the Lions are going to be good. I'm convinced. Patriots, Jets again, Jets twice, which barring Zach Wilson staying away from the Allen family, that could be a difficult game. Dolphins again. Chicago Bears, Justin Fields. He's a hero now. And the Cincinnati Bengals, and then the Patriots again.
He's a 0 now. We all knew that.
I have never seen someone try so hard to oversell a schedule.
That's an easy schedule.
That was impressive. That was impressive.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. If you want me to do it for your team, just drop me a line. I'll do it on. I'll do a cameo for $5. All right. So yeah, I think we've served our purpose here. It's a shame Brian was in and out. At least he got into he got a little bit in. He got his pokes in, so I was happy about that. Yeah, so thank you guys for coming on. Again, as I told the NFC East representatives, some of you will return for the playoff fan rant. Some of you will not. CJ?
I don't even get my 2 minutes to tell you why I'm winning the division.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did I skip you? You talked so much shit on everybody else.
Hey, you skipped me because you already knew it was going to happen. It's fine. I understand. I mean, I don't need to give you an explanation. It's fucking New England.
Tell me about the Patriots.
We suck. There you go. Hot take. New England sucks. I'm too realistic of a fan to come on here and talk about how fucking great we're going to be. All right. Mac Jones, he's made a lot of improvements from what I've seen and heard. I mean, everybody wants to compare him to Brady because nobody has anything to compare him to in New England for 47 years that Brady played there, some shit, like been there since 1933. So nobody really can say what kind of leaps he's made. I mean, you got a guy that woke up and pissed excellence every fucking morning for 16 years. So, I mean, he could be great. He could be not so great. I mean, the only upside that I've heard about our offense this year that is any different than last year is Devontae Parker is cooking my safeties and corners, which doesn't make me feel good about my defense because Devontae Parker sucks ass. So, I mean, I don't fucking know how to feel about this season. We could be really fucking good, or we could be the new Jets of the division. I don't know. Which, no job at the Jets, because I think this year they're going to be fucking stellar because they probably had one of the best off seasons, if not top 3. In the entire NFL. I mean, they're so slept on, but they made amazing moves and they drafted perfectly. I can't say anything negative about the Jets.
Did you see what Carl Lawson said about Sauce Gardner?
Mm-hmm.
That at camp,
the nickname until
at camp he's Ahmed. They call him by his first name because they say you got to earn the name Sauce around here. I dig it. I like it. They're like,
it shouldn't
rookie
be hard.
Bitch, let's go.
It shouldn't be hard going up against their receivers. They should be calling him Sauce. Who's burning them? I don't know if I could get Braxton Berrios.
No, did they get AJ Brown?
Receiver still?
I mean, Elijah Moore when he's healthy. You forget about him. Wilson just got drafted. I mean, he's pretty good from OSU. He could be hit or miss, but
they got that kid from Baylor too, don't they? No, AJ Brown's Eagle.
No, they got
Eagle.
Garrett Wilson from Ohio
wrong green
State,
team that sucks. My bad.
Sorry. Rude. All right. Now, are you happy, Hunter?
No, because we still suck. I don't have much shit to talk.
Okay. Well,
hey, one more thing, Joe, real quick. I feel like if Zach Wilson banging Josh Allen's mom meant that the Bills won the Super Bowl, that Josh Allen's mom would do that for the team.
I actually agree with that.
If Zach Wilson bangs Josh Allen's mom and they get married, that means Zach Wilson is Josh Allen's dad. So
they aren't going to get married, though.
I mean, they might. He might be into that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm just saying, I would definitely fuck my opponent's mom and marry her. Just so he could have to call me dad.
Not Utah.
Zach Wilson's got that.
Fuck, Zach Wilson threatened to bang his own backup quarterback's wife. I mean, Christ, you got to watch out for that guy. He might marry his mom. You never know. I mean, shit.
Joe Flacco.
I didn't see that.
Nice crisp 37. Somebody said Joe Flacco was looking good at camp, and Zach Wilson said Joe Flacco better be careful because his wife is a nice crisp 37 years old.
I don't believe that.
I 100%
I don't know if it was
believe
a real
it.
comment, but it was out there.
I hope it was a real comment.
I mean, we just saw Mitchell Trubisky likes to kiss titties, so you never know.
That's true. The Steelers fans are not letting him live down that tweet. I love that everywhere he goes that follows him. It's so good.
I mean, it's better than saying I like kissing dicks, so.
Fair. All right, fellas, thanks for coming on. Appreciate your banter. And like I said, we'll be, somebody's going to be coming back. CJ, we're going to have you on sometime to talk about your Twitch stream you do, because obviously, as you can see, he's got a killer background going there. That's pretty sweet. That's a nice setup.
My thing with the Jet is just give a little quick thing, but like you guys are saying, I mean, they're gonna surprise people. In my eyes, when they got robbed, I like the GM. They had like a 3-year window in my eyes with all the picks they got from Jamal Adams and stuff like that. I feel like they're still a year off if I'm gonna be realistic. But like you talked about Carl Lawson, he wasn't there last year. That's gonna be trouble. The wide receivers they got, in my opinion, if Zach Wilson even takes a little step up, not what Josh Allen did last year, but even a little step up, I really feel like they're gonna be in really good position. They're good on both sides of the ball. They got 2 stud running backs, I think, with Breece Hall coming in, and then they have Michael Carter, kind of smaller. They got 2 tight ends that they got, one from Minnesota, Conklin, and then the guy from the Bengals. I forget what his name is.
Oh, yeah, Uzama or whatever.
And then, I mean, the receivers are kind of always there. I mean, Corey Davis kind of lingering, but they have the pieces there. It just depends on if they can do it. Like I agree with him saying that the Bills, I mean, it is what it is. They are the GOAT right now, but I do think that they are kind of like maybe like the Chiefs, where they have them another year or two, and then after that they're gonna have to start paying people.
Taper off,
they're gonna be able to keep
it could be
team
it's
together,
gonna be tough.
but
it's
we'll
tough
see.
to sustain. That's what makes unique or New England's run that they had so unique, and something we'll probably never see again, is just because that's so hard to do now with the payments that people are requiring to be able to keep, unless one of these young, really good quarterbacks starts hooking up with a model who makes a shitload of money and says, oh, I can take pay cuts in the NFL because I can live off old lady's dime and I can surround myself with really good players who want a bunch of money. So that's what makes it, that's why it's hard to sustain success. It's going to continue to be hard to sustain because the price of that just keeps increasing.
Well, the problem is head coaches allow that shit to happen.
But that's why I think the Patriots were so good for so long, because it's like you talk about the Jets draft, which they don't usually have good drafts. The Patriots every single year, even though Tom Brady was there, him taking pay cuts and whatnot, they just got people to fit that year, fit that scheme. They might not be there for all the Super Bowls or whatever, but they work together for each year. And then the next year they brought in more pieces. And, I feel like that's kind of what the Bills are doing. I feel like hopefully that's what the Jets are doing. But I think with the whole AFC East, that's why the Patriots are so good for so long, because they just kept putting it in the right scheme. They might not have been the best players. Like, remember friggin' Danny Woodhead? I mean, he got cut from the Jets. They picked him right up, and he
Deion Lewis.
Yeah,
Wes Welker was a punt returner for Miami. Julian Edelman was a quarterback at Kent State.
Yeah, they don't draft actual receivers very well, but that's it.
We don't draft very well, period. We took a fucking 119th fucking ranked lineman in the first round. We're terrible.
Chattanooga, baby.
Worst draft ever.
Hey, easy on my mocks. Easy on my mocks. All right. Does that wrap it up? Am I allowed to be done now?
Yeah, you're good.
You guys keep stopping me. I don't mind. If you got shit to say it. That's why we're here.
I'm good.
I think we're good.
We're good.
I just want to make that comment about Josh's mom.
It's a good thought. You got to get those out there. Get it off your chest. Yeah. All right, boys. Thanks for coming on. Again, CJ, I am going to get in touch with you because we're going to have you on sometime to discuss what you got going on there.
For sure. I appreciate it.
I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it. Maybe we can help us help you, and you help us at the same time.
For sure.
Kind of thing. We appreciate that. All right, boys. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, man.
Pretty successful first round of fan rant.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
It's pretty good. I was hoping for a little more shit talking, but
I think if Hoden's connection would have withstood, I think we would have heard some more fireworks out of the AFC East. But
that is the team on the rise there. Probably the real competition for the Bills this year.
I think
if you're saying there's competition in the division.
If you continue to call people out for not being good shit talkers, then I think that amps them up a little bit.
Good. I'll make sure.
You're in charge of that.
Feeling it out.
You're the hype guy.
I'm our hype man. All right.
I'll mediate. You hype them up.
I felt like, because you had the Cowboys in the last one, I couldn't say too much about the NFC. Hoden's connection's no good. I had to start throwing some stuff out there.
Yeah. Step in. I liked it.
We had to do something. We had to do something. Hunter refuses to talk shit. I mean, come on. What were we going to do?
Only on the Bills. He'll talk about everybody else, but he lost some bets last year, so I think that's why he's
probably smart.
Laying low. Okay. Next week, I don't remember which divisions go. Do you?
I do not.
I think it's the North.
Finished with the West, right? Yeah. So I think North.
I think it's the North.
Okay.
So I'll get the post up so we can make sure we get everybody signed up for that and everything. So, all right, that's it. You got anything else you need to say?
Nope. Sure don't.
All right. Well, next week, like I said, Fan Rant continues. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. Thank you, everybody in the comments who hopped in, joined us, listened, chimed in, whatever. You're always feel free to comment. We can review some of those and get them put up and discuss if you have questions or anything like that. Don't forget the audio is available after the show. If you didn't catch the whole show and don't want to watch the whole video, just want to listen to it in your car or whatever, you can find that on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, many more. Just search it. You'll be able to find the audio. I upload it immediately after the show, so it's usually up, I don't know, by midnight at the latest, I would say. And then it's there for you to listen to it anytime. So thank the sponsors, Swing Juice, Busch Light, Your Daily Local, JP Photography, Complete Roofing Systems, Mean Sales and Service, Jones Pest Control, Me, Myself, and Rye Podcast, and Blue Line Auto. Thank you all. Till next week, take care. Be